Oh, hi. How are you doing? I've heard that you will be one of the test administrators on these coming language proficiency tests for high schools. Are you nervous? That's okay. That's normal. But since you're already here, let me help you in understanding the administration process of language tests. First, you will have to understand and explore the intricacies involved in delivering language tests, from initial planning to final outcomes. But don't worry, we will be talking about all of them one by one. Let's get started. The delivery of language tests requires a robust infrastructure and a series of well-defined procedures. To understand these processes better, let's draw an analogy from manufacturing. Think of the delivery of language tests like a well-oiled factory assembly line. Just as a factory requires robust infrastructure and a series of well-defined procedures to efficiently produce goods, language testing requires a similar framework. In both cases, there are multiple steps involved, each with its own sets of tasks and requirements. From sourcing raw materials to assembling the final product, every aspect needs to be carefully managed to ensure quality and consistency. Without a solid infrastructure and clear procedures, both manufacturing and language testing can encounter bottlenecks, errors, and inefficiencies. By understanding this analogy, we can appreciate the complexity and importance of test administration in ensuring accurate and reliable language assessments. Imagine the initial process of item design in language testing as akin to rapid prototyping in manufacturing. Just like in manufacturing, where prototypes are created before final products, language test items undergo a similar initial design phase. However, the administration of language tests involves more than just item design. It encompasses a series of complex tasks, from sourcing raw materials to delivering final outcomes. Raw materials need to be sourced, test components assembled, and responses collected, processed, and stored. The accuracy of data must be meticulously checked, and outcomes communicated effectively to test takers or score users. Whether administering large-scale tests or local assessments, careful thought and planning are essential to ensure the accuracy, fairness, and reliability of the test process. In the following sections, we'll delve deeper into the administration process and the importance of training for test administrators and raters. Getting things done. So how do we get things done? Test administration is a complex process that involves meticulous planning and execution. Let's delve into the essential components of managing tests, whether for large-scale testing organizations or educational institutions. While the initial description of test administration may seem straightforward, it hides a wealth of detail. Today, we'll explore how these activities are managed within testing organizations of various sizes. Assuming that a test has been designed, piloted, field tested, test specifications have been agreed, and a go decision has been made, what are the essential things that need to be considered? Well, the first one is the construction system. Once a test has been designed and piloted, the construction of test forms begins. In large-scale testing, hundreds of test forms may be required annually, each serving a specific purpose. This demand for multiple forms is driven primarily by the need of test security. Sourcing and collecting raw materials. Creating test materials involves sourcing a variety of resources beyond the essential prompts. From reading passages to listening text and visual aids, each component plays a crucial role in the test-taking experience. Test designers must meticulously define the parameter of these materials, considering factors like difficulty and delivery speed. Securing the necessary texts may involve sourcing copyright-free material, purchasing copyrights, or even producing original content. For audio materials, sophisticated recording equipment and skilled actors may be required to ensure quality. Item writing and review. Writing test items requires skill and precision. Writers must adhere closely to test specifications and utilize item writing templates to craft items that align with the test objectives. Some testing agencies employ professional item writers, while others enlist teachers on a freelance basis. Regardless of the method used, ensuring the quality of test items is paramount. Each item must undergo rigorous review to ensure it meets its specifications and possesses the necessary statistical properties for operational use. This review process comprises several key steps. First step is content review. It ensures that each item aligns with the test specifications. Next is the key check review, which verifies the accuracy of answers and ensures the feasibility of response options. And then bias or sensitive review, which considers the potential impact of items in diverse test takers groups. Editorial review ensures clarity and correctness of language. In large testing organizations, these review processes typically involve committees rather than individuals. This collaborative approach helps mitigate the risk of errors and ensures diverse perspectives are considered, especially in bias or sensitive review. With all these, item writing and review are integral components of test development, ensuring the validity, reliability, and fairness of assessments. Item banking. Every test item that successfully navigates the review process finds its place in the item bank. It is a digital repository designed for seamless retrieval based on specific criteria. The item bank is structured to facilitate easy retrieval of items based on a myriad of identifiers, aligned with the descriptor outlined in the test specifications. Additionally, the item bank houses crucial statistical data associated with each item, such as its facility value, discriminatory index, or difficulty estimate. Item banking operates primarily in the digital sphere, enabling efficient searching and retrieval through electronic databases. This electronic infrastructure requires ongoing maintenance and updates by computer technicians to ensure the system remains robust and up-to-date. By centralizing test items and associated data in an electronic repository, item banking streamlines the test assembly process. Test assemblers can swiftly identify and select items that meet specific criteria, enhancing the efficiency and effectiveness of test development. With that being said, item banking serves as the cornerstone of test development, providing a structured framework for the storage and retrieval of these items. Test assembly. In the realm of computer adaptive testing, test assembly operates seamlessly, driven by sophisticated algorithms that tailor the assessment to each individual test taker. The item bank serves as the foundation, facilitating the selection of items based on the test taker's current ability. Computer adaptive tests dynamically adjust to each test taker's performance, selecting items from the item bank based on the individual responses. This adaptive approach optimizes the assessment experience, ensuring precision and efficiency in measurement. However, many assessments follow a linear format where each test taker receives the same set of items. This approach, common in paper and pencil tests or standardized computer-based assessments, requires meticulous test assembly to ensure reliability and validity. While computer-based adaptive testing offers personalized assessments, it possesses challenges in terms of item bank maintenance and test security. As evidenced by the TOEFL experience, maintaining a robust adaptive system can be cost prohibitive, leading to a shift towards linear testing formats. Test assembly rules serves as guiding principles, dictating the selection of arrangement of items to create coherent and reliable test forms. By adhering to these rules, these developers ensure consistency and equivalence across different test forms. And so it is safe to say that test assembly is the linchpin of operational testing, bridging the gap between conceptualization and execution. Let's explore the critical phase in test administration. Presentation and dispatch. The presentation of a test is not merely about aesthetics. It plays a pivotal role in ensuring equitable testing conditions for all test takers. Whether in paper or electronic format, the presentation should be consistent across forms and administrations. Standardization eliminates construct-irrelevant variation, ensuring that test takers are not unduly influenced by extraneous factors. From font types and sizes to instructions, every aspect of test presentation is carefully crafted to minimize distractions and promote optimal test-taking conditions. Designing the test presentation may involve collaboration with graphic designers, especially when incorporating institutional branding. However, it's crucial to strike a balance, as overly distracting elements like logos can detract from the assessment experience. In computer-based testing, additional considerations come into play, such as the impact of graphics and colors on test takers. Careful attention must be paid to interface design to ensure seamless navigation and minimal interference during the test. And so, standardizing test presentation is a cornerstone of fair and reliable assessment. By prioritizing consistency and clarity, we uphold the integrity of test process and empower test takers to demonstrate their true abilities. Printing and duplication process. In the realm of testing, the printing and duplication of test materials are vital yet intricate tasks. Whether it's test papers, answer sheets, or multimedia components, every detail matters to uphold the integrity of the assessment. Volume planning is the linchpin of printing and duplication process. Anticipating the expected number of test takers is essential to determine the quantity of test forms needed. This meticulous planning ensures that sufficient copies are available without excess or shortage. Maintaining the security of test content is paramount, from sending materials to printers or duplicators to securely storing and distributing copies. Every step is meticulously executed to prevent leaks and safeguard the integrity of the assessment. The consequences of test content leaks are severe. A compromised test renders all associated expenses futile and undermines the reliability of the assessment. Therefore, stringent measures are in place to mitigate risks and uphold the sanctity of the test process. Printing and duplication may seem mundane, but they form the backbone of successful test administration. By prioritizing security and efficiency, we ensure that every test taker receives a fair and reliable assessment experience. Storage systems. In the realm of testing, storage systems play a crucial role in preserving the integrity of test materials. Whether it's electronic storage for individual items or physical storage for paper-based forms, every precaution is taken to ensure security and accessibility. Testing agencies operate on a forward-thinking scale, planning for test delivery 2 to 3 years in advance. This forward planning entails storing vast quantities of test forms and papers, necessitating robust storage systems capable of accommodating millions of individual items. The cost associated with storing test materials is significant, encompassing expenses for forms, papers, and storage facilities. Given the high stakes involved, security becomes paramount. Storage facilities are fortified with stringent security measures, akin to high security banks. Large testing agencies employ guards to ensure the safety of stored test materials. These storage facilities are fortified fortresses, meticulously safeguarding the invaluable assets within. Every measure is taken to thwart unauthorized access and protect the integrity of the assessment. Storage systems may seem mundane, but they serve as the bedrock of test administration. By prioritizing security and foresight, we safeguard the foundations of fair and reliable assessments for all. Record keeping. In the intricate world of testing, meticulous record keeping is paramount. From the moment test materials are printed to their return to storage or disposal, every step is meticulously documented. Each test paper is accounted for with precision from its printing to its ultimate disposition. Barcodes are often employed to track the movement of individual papers, ensuring meticulous accountability throughout the process. Even within educational institutions, the importance of record keeping cannot be overstated. Knowing the exact number and location of test components is crucial, especially if items or prompts are to be reused in the future. Digital record-keeping solutions offer streamlined processes for managing test materials. By leveraging technology, institutions can enhance efficiency and accuracy in tracking the intricate trail of test materials. Record keeping serves as the backbone of test administration, ensuring transparency, accountability, and reliability every step of the way. By meticulously tracking the trail of test materials, we uphold the integrity of assessments for all. Ensuring secure distribution or distribution systems. In testing, secure distribution of paper-based tests and physical component is essential. From extraction to dispatch, every step is carefully orchestrated to maintain integrity and reliability. Upon arrival at test centers, receipt of materials must be confirmed. The number of tests dispatched must align precisely with the number of registered test takers, ensuring seamless administration on the day of testing. Many testing agencies opt to outsource distribution to courier firms, leveraging their expertise in secure logistics. However, this outsourcing must be meticulously managed to guarantee reliable and secure services. The logistics of distribution are complex, involving coordination between storage facilities, courier firms, and test centers. Each component must be tracked and accounted for to ensure smooth delivery. Digital distribution solutions offer streamlined processes for managing test materials. By leveraging technology, agencies can enhance efficiency and accuracy in the distribution of materials to test centers. Distribution systems play a pivotal role in test administration, ensuring the seamless delivery of materials to test centers nationwide. Seamless test delivery. While discussions of test administrations often focus solely on delivery systems, it's important to recognize their significance. Delivery systems encompass the physical environment and processes that shape the test-taking experience from start to finish. Preparation is key. All materials and equipment must be meticulously checked and ready for use. Test components are transferred securely to and from testing rooms, with contingency plans in place for any technical issues that may arise. Processes are critical. Invigilators undergo comprehensive training to operate equipment, manage unforeseen events, and handle test takers with professionalism and efficiency. From identity verification to managing emergencies, they are prepared for every scenario. Now, creating the right test environment is essential. Rooms are carefully selected to minimize noise and ensure adequate space for each test taker. Cleanliness, ventilation, and acoustic properties are meticulously addressed to optimize conditions for test takers. Standardization. From distribution to collection, every aspect of test administration follows precise protocols. Invigilators maintain strict timekeeping to ensure the smooth progression of the test. In conclusion, effective test delivery systems are one of the foundations of successful test administration. By prioritizing preparation, training, and environment, we ensure the seamless and stress-free experience for all test takers. Ensuring test site security or environment security. In large-scale testing scenarios, the local administration site is typically managed by a local agent. However, ultimate responsibility for site security rests with the testing agency. A designated representative ensures adherence to security protocols and oversees all personnel involved in the testing process. One of the greatest challenges is preventing unauthorized access to test content. Publishers, representatives, and individuals may attempt to obtain test information from test takers immediately after the exam. To mitigate this risk, secure waiting areas are designated, minimizing contact between test takers and the public. Supervised waiting areas are crucial, especially for test takers awaiting individual or small group speaking tests. These areas are closely monitored to prevent the exchange of test content among test takers. In environments like hotels, where guests mingle freely, maintaining security poses additional challenges. In conclusion, maintaining test site security is paramount to preserving test integrity and fairness. By implementing rigorous security measures and supervised waiting areas, we uphold the sanctity of the test process and ensure a level playing field of all test takers. The role of interlocutors and raters in speaking tests. Speaking tests present unique challenges requiring multiple secure, noise-free rooms equipped with interlocutors, test takers, and raters. These human resources are indispensable as they play pivotal roles in conducting and evaluating speaking assessments. Testing agencies face the daunting task of recruiting and training a sufficient number of interlocutors and raters to handle the expected volume of speaking tests. Rigorous training programs are essential to equip them with the necessary skills and protocols for effective test administration and evaluation. Managing human resources poses significant challenges, from ensuring availability and reliability to maintaining consistency and fairness in assessment. Testing agencies must implement robust management systems to address these challenges and uphold the integrity of speaking tests. In conclusion, interlocutors and raters are indispensable pillars of speaking test administration. Through recruitment, training, and effective management, we ensure reliability and validity of speaking assessments, ultimately serving the needs of test takers and stakeholders alike. Retrieval system. Once a test concludes, a swift and systematic retrieval process is initiated. Test components, including scripts and responses, must be promptly collected to ensure timely scoring and data management. Confidential materials that cannot be reused, such as the test booklets, must be securely disposed of through shredding or other approved methods. This safeguarding of sensitive information is paramount to maintaining test integrity. In computer-based tests, all responses are stored securely on servers to facilitate scoring and analysis. Robust data management systems are implemented to ensure the accuracy and confidentiality of stored information. In conclusion, retrieval systems play a vital role in the post-assessment phase. facilitating the secure collection of management of test components and responses. Through efficient retrieval processes, test organizations uphold the integrity and confidentiality of assessment data. Scoring system. Following the completion of assessments, scripts or speech samples are sent to raters for scoring. In instances where interactions are recorded, recordings are securely stored for potential third-party rating. For computer-based tests, automatic scoring may be facilitated through processing of bubble sheets or electronic submissions. Raters carefully evaluate scripts or speech samples, assigning scores based on predetermined criteria. Once the scoring is complete, raters electronically return the scored materials to the server for data upload into student files. This streamlined process ensures accuracy and efficiency in score management. Scores from various test sections compiled into students' files, where composite scores are generated. Composite score serves as the basis for final grade determinations, applying established rules for score aggregation and grade assignment. In conclusion, scoring systems are integral to the assessment process, ensuring the accurate evaluation of student performance and the compilation of comprehensive score reports. Through meticulous scoring procedures, testing organizations uphold standards of fairness and reliability in assessment outcomes. Feedback system. Following the storage of scores in students' file, comprehensive reports are generated for various users. Individual test takers receive notifications of their outcomes, while score users such as administration officers or employers receive separate reports. Additionally, aggregate reports may be produced to assess the overall performance of test takers within specific contexts. While diagnostic feedback is less common in large-scale speaking tests, computer-based testing platforms offer enhanced capabilities in this regard. One notable example is Dialogue, the diagnostic language test, which enables users to estimate their proficiency in language thought within the European Union. Such tools provide valuable insight into individual strengths and areas for improvement. It's worth noting that reporting standards may vary by region, with some jurisdictions mandating the inclusion of demographic data in test reports for monitoring social mobility. By adhering to these standards, testing organization ensures transparency and equity in reporting practices. In conclusion, feedback systems play a pivotal role in assessment process, providing test takers and stakeholders with valuable insights into performance outcomes. Through comprehensive score reports and diagnostic feedback mechanisms, testing organizations empower individuals to make informed decisions and drive continuous improvement in language proficiency. Quality management system. The delivery of language tests is a complex process, much like the intricacies of manufacturing. Just as a manufacturing plant relies on quality management system to ensure consistent production, language testing also requires meticulous standardization to maintain reliability and validity. In the realm of language testing, adherence to a standardized procedure is paramount. The International Organization for Standardization, or ISO, has long advocated for consistency as the bedrock of quality. Total quality management, as embraced by organizations like the University of Cambridge ESL tests, underscores the importance of understanding test takers' needs and expectations. For test administrators, being well-versed in various aspects of test administration is crucial. From understanding the purpose of the assessment to providing accommodation for test takers with disabilities, attention to details is paramount. Just as every cog or gear must work in harmony in a manufacturing plant, Every step of the language testing process must follow standardized procedures to ensure fairness, reliability, and validity. In the world of language testing, quality management systems are not just about ticking boxes. They are the foundation upon which trust, fairness, and accuracy are built. Constraints. Before designing and administering a test, it's crucial to identify and spell out the constraints involved. These constraints encompass limitations on resources essential for successful test administration, including people, skills, equipment, accommodation, security, information technology, and financial resources. Constraints related to people and skills may involve limitations in the availability of qualified personnel to administer tests or lacking the necessary expertise to develop and evaluate test items effectively. Equipment constraints refer to limitations in access to necessary testing tools and technologies, while accommodation constraints may arise from inadequate facilities to host test administrations, such as inefficient space or amenities. Ensuring test security is paramount, yet constraints in security measures or information technology infrastructure can pose significant challenges in safeguarding test content and data integrity. Financial constraints may impact various aspects of test administration, from funding test development and delivery to allocating resources for personal training and technology upgrades. In conclusion, navigating constraints is an integral part of test administration, requiring careful planning and resource management to overcome challenges and ensure the integrity and effectiveness of testing systems. Test administration within the ECD delivery model. Evidence-centered design. The ECD model encompasses four critical processes that guide test administration: activity selection, presentation, evidence identification, and evidence accumulation. Activity selection involves choosing the next task or activity from a library of options tailored to the test taker's assessment needs. This ensures that each task aligns with the desired evidence outcomes. The presentation process focuses on delivering prompts or stimuli to the test taker to elicit the desired evidence or work product. Clear instructions and materials are provided to facilitate effective engagement. Evidence identification entails collecting evidence from the test taker's responses for scoring purposes. Both the test administrator and raters assess the quality of relevance of the evidence against predefined criteria. Evidence accumulation involves updating and synthesizing information on the test taker's performance across tests to develop a comprehensive understanding of their abilities. This process informs ongoing assessment and feedback. The interlocutor selects an information gap activity from a library of options, ensuring variety and relevance for each test administration. Test takers receive instructions and information cards, while the interlocutor and rater assess their contributions to the conversation, aligning them with predefined rating scales. Holistic scores are awarded based on ongoing performance, with adjustments made as needed during the wind-down phase to ensure accurate and fair assessment. In conclusion, the ECD delivery model provides a structured framework to effective test administration, promoting consistency, validity, and reliability in assessment practices. Rater and interlocutor training. Rater and interlocutor training, an essential component of effective language testing. Let's delve into why it matters and how it's done. The training of all staff who administer tests is crucial, but when it comes to speaking tests and writing assessments, the focus intensifies on interlocutors and raters. Rater training has a long history, dating back to the acknowledgement of subjective scored tests. In the 1960s, Lado advocated for rating scales and examiner consistency to combat score variability caused by rater fluctuations. The need for a grade to hold consistent meaning regardless of the rater became a primary concern, especially in the UK. Broach's studies during the World War II aimed to coordinate oral examiners' standards and define grading norms. Today, detailed rating scales and standardized training protocols are key in maintaining grading consistency. Yet, some examination boards lack appropriate training and monitoring procedures for raters. Security. In the world of testing, collaboration transforms from encouragement to cheating. Security becomes paramount. Standard 5.6 highlights the importance of safeguarding test integrity to prevent fraudulent score attainment. Specific elements of concern listed by the standards include stipulating requirements for identification of test takers, creating seating charts, assigning test takers to seat the space between seats, providing continuous monitoring of test-taking reporting on instances of irregularities. Test administration must include measures like identification verification, seating arrangements, and continuous monitoring. Elements such as spacing between seats should prevent copying and impersonation, which deemed cheating. Fraud encompasses all deceptive means to gain an advantage, including cheating on tests. Cheating jeopardizes fairness in education and employment opportunities, disadvantaging both decision makers and competitors. Test administration for disabled people. In the world of testing, inclusion is not just a goal. It's a legal and moral imperative. Exclusion of disabled individuals from testing opportunities is considered discrimination in many countries. Disabilities vary from physical impairments like blindness to psychological disorders and learning disabilities. Accommodations include additional time, breaks, readers, sign language interpretations, and modified formats. Readers provide assistance by reading textual prompts or explaining graphic input. Braille text, large print copies ensure accessibility for visually impaired individuals. Special furnitures and physical equipment cater to the unique needs of disabled test takers. Test providers must integrate accommodations into test design to comply with laws like the American with Disabilities Act. Test administration is a multifaceted process that requires careful consideration at every step. In the world of language testing, the administration process often takes a backseat in discussion. Practicality is crucial. A test, no matter how valid or reliable, must be usable in its intended context. Test administration encompasses various practical matters, from time and manpower to media systems and scoring arrangements. Test administration is not just about logistics. It's about ensuring fairness, ethics, and legality in testing. Considerations of test administration raise important validity questions related to cultural perspectives and ethical practices. In summary, test administration is integral to maintaining the validity of test scores and addressing fairness and ethical concerns. So, have you learned something? I hope you are now ready to administer your tests. By the way, my name is Felipe Lozano. Good luck.